back on the Course of Life podcast as a major champion in 2025. It's U.S. Women's Open champ Maja Stark joining us here. Maja, congrats. How are you doing today?
Thank you. I'm doing really well. I'm still trying to sleep properly, but
I was going to ask, how many hours of sleep have you gotten in the last 2 nights?
Maybe 4 or 5 hours in average, and I usually sleep like a baby. So this is weird for me.
Very cool. Well, it's funny. I'm going to rewind the clock for you when we first spoke about a year and a half ago, because we actually talked about how well you had done in U.S. Opens, and I want to just play a quick clip for you from early 2024 that you'll appreciate.
What is it about the U.S. Women's Open specifically that brings out the best in your game?
I think it's probably mostly just about my my mindset going into it. You know, I know that it's going to be really hard, and I know that I'm going to make bogeys, but everyone else is also going to make bogeys. I think I just feel more relaxed going into a tournament like that, and I'm able to swing more freely because every single person is going to make mistakes, and something just clicks in me when it comes to that.
What do you think about that quote when you hear that back from a year and a half ago, now knowing that the U.S. Open was your first major win?
I mean, it feels the same. I think I go into these tournaments so much more relaxed, I guess, than at normal tournaments where I feel like it can sometimes just be a birdie fest, and that just stresses me out. Whereas if I just have a normal, just one shot after the other, it's okay to make mistakes, then I play that much more freely. And my Swedish coach Frederick, he always says, like, US Opens are so hard that you just have to go for it. Like, there's no bailout.
Definitely. Yeah, you embraced the challenge, and it was a challenging venue at Erin Hills. I'm curious, which aspect of the course and the course conditions was most difficult for you to navigate to get the win?
I think for sure the greens, they were so hard with the huge runoffs. Like, saw people putting off the greens, and sometimes you would just have to take just come in with the mindset that a 3 putt here is okay, and it's okay if I just hit a layup on a putt, because it felt like it was on every single um pin position, they had it just on a ridge, especially
right on the edge. Yeah,
especially on Saturday. That was ridiculous, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, very. One thing you did throughout Sunday, which we appreciated watching at home, is after shots, you were smiling after shots. I don't know if it was something your caddy was saying to you, but what was the interaction like between you and your caddy that kept you so positive throughout Sunday?
I think that we had a really good morning on Sunday, where it just felt very relaxed. And I think that, so this is new. This was just our 4th tournament together, but he is very good at, talking. Um, yeah, just talking to me, and he's not freaking out at all. I mean, I couldn't tell any difference between the first hole to the 18th hole on Sunday. So I think also sometimes, I mean, he has a golf brain like no other. He
Nice.
made like our strategy so perfect, because like on 6 on Sunday, I wasn't happy with the tee shot, but it ended up on the green pin high, because he said our goal is to be about 5-7 meters past the pin on the in the fairway left of the green, because that's the leave. And then, I accidentally thinned it, hit it to the right, and it was perfect on the green pin high. And, it felt like we were doing that all week. It was just, where is the miss? Where should we go? Sometimes we would hit so far away from the flag, because we were like, well, we can't miss it over there. So let's just take that completely out of play. And then it just felt like we had like the perfect strategy all week.
Yeah, all the way to the very last hole. People might have been a little surprised to see the way you played near the green at 18, but it felt like you were still very locked in, trying to get from point to point, even on that 18th green there.
Yeah, it's chess, not checkers at a US Open. And I feel like, we're Why would I mean, even on that approach shot, I was in between clubs, and then we said, let's just take long out of play because sometimes when I try to take a little bit off of clubs, they come out low and left. And that can't happen. We can't go down behind the green because that's you're gone there. So then we just said, well, this might not reach, and then I also chunked it, which wasn't, it's fine, whatever. Um, but then also we just said, okay, if we go try to putt it at the pin right now, that's not going to be very good because I only have, I don't know, 4 or 5 meters to stop it on. Whereas if I go just straight right, I have about 15 meters and I have a backstop. So even if my nerves would kick in and I would hit it way too hard, it would still be fine. So it just felt like we had a great strategy and didn't try to do anything stupid.
Yeah, it was smart from start to finish, and the world got to see it. So again, congrats. And regarding the celebration, I have to ask, I saw you immediately talking to Annika on FaceTime after the 18th green. What did it mean to have that conversation with her and also enjoying her legacy of Swedish golfers with a major champion now?
Yeah, it was so cool to join her and Liselott as the US Open winners, and just the way she talked about how they've been trying to find service wherever they could because they're on a vacation in Alaska in like the middle of nowhere. And it was really fun to see her following along.
Nice. Final question is our 19th hole question. I always like talking about the celebration and the things after. And I saw, fortunately, you had a Spotted Cow beer in your hand, which is like the official beer of Wisconsin. Do you enjoy the Spotted Cow, and how was the celebration after the win?
Yeah, it was really good. I haven't really enjoyed beer until this year, and now I live in Nashville, which feels like brewery central. Um, so no, it was so nice, and I was tired and a little bit exhausted and a little bit dehydrated, and then they just asked me, "What would you like?" And I just go, "A beer," because that's all I wanted right there.
That is the number one beer in Wisconsin. So everyone was very proud to see you sporting that for the celebration. Maja, congrats again on the victory, and we'll see you in a couple weeks at the KPMG Women's PJ.
Thank you so much.